Hello, my lovelies, and welcome to the Miss Lillian's No Wax Chalk Paint page. I am Crysta from Litter to Glitter, and boy, do I have one for y'all today. So let's get right to it. Decoupage is not just for girls, okay? Let's just throw that out there and let's just get it out. Let's talk about it because men love their man caves. This piece that I'm working on right now is actually going to go into my husband's office. My husband works in the trucking industry and he is in the office. He's management as in the trucking industry, and he started this piece. It was supposed to be for the house, a piece for him for the man cave at the house. And as I started working on it, he says, "Honey, I want to take that to my office." And I says, "Okay, let me," because I told him everything I was going to do, and he's like, "I want that." So let me show you guys the front of it. This is the piece that we picked up at the antique store in Indiana when we were up there, when we were delivering Sadie, the puppy, to Ann in Indiana. And so you saw the doghouse that I converted out of the 1960s in coffee table or end table. And so we took that and the puppy up there, and the puppy got there in great shape, and she is in such a great house. Anyway, so this is the beginning of it. Let me just show you for the pulls. We wanted to do something a little bit different for the hardware. And so what my husband, he paints and he works with me and he loves to do this kind of stuff. He went and bought monkey wrenches. And what we're going to do is on this, there's a monkey wrench on each side. Well, how do you turn a monkey wrench into a drawer pull? What we're going to do is we're laid it out. We're going to drill holes here. And then behind it, we are going to put small socket wrenches, sockets behind it as our spacers, and then just screw them in where they the holes line up. So this is going to be our hardware on it. Oh, let me get my hand out the way so y'all can see. That is going to be the hardware on there. And then there's I think he's going to get just a wrench, a regular wrench here and here. Over here, it had a black hard hammered um, lock on it. It's the original, and he wants that back on it. So we're going to have two monkey wrenches here and regular wrenches here. But you'll see that on my Litter to Glitter page coming up very soon. I'm not going to show you guys the top of it yet because everything is not here yet for me to show you guys the top. And so let's see here. Let me get this over. It's on my dollies, so I'm moving it around without nailing my other furniture that's in here. Um, and so that is what we're doing. This is a Grace on Design, and it is the Grandpa's Truck Vintage Pattern 1. And what this is the decoupage paper that is on here. And it's got a truck, and then it had these like vintage antique signs on there as well, um, to that we're doing here. And the front of the truck is actually going on the top, but like I said, I still got pieces coming for that because we're going to end up doing an acrylic pour over the top. There's some gears and cogs and stuff that he wants in the top of it for that. So that's what we're doing. What we're going to do today, I've already done the decoupage. I burned the edges of the decoupage, and then I put the decoupage down, and then I clear coated with satin clear coat over top. Now, there's a reason that I satin clear coated over the top first, and I'll show you that. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using different glazes. And if you don't clear coat over top of your decoupage, since it is a paper, you're going to be able to see here in just a second, it's going to soak in and be very, very dark. It's going to soak into that paper, and I don't want it like that. I want to be able to play with it and manipulate it. And so and it'll soak into the paper and it'll give you a different effect. And so I just wanted to clear coat on top of that before I did anything else. So what I am doing, if you're got me off to the side, is I'm not seeing comments. So I am trying to make sure that I am actually live because I'm not seeing comments. So if you've jumped on, and yes, I am live. Okay. Um, there we go. I just want to make sure that I can see your comments and get to your questions and everything else. So that's what I'm doing. What I'm doing now is I am using the Miss Lillian's metallic glazes. One is, this is the Purple Gemstone, and which is what you saw me put on that paper just now. The other metallic I'm going to be using is called Black Pearl. Now let me see if I can show you. This is the, you see that? Yeah, kind of. That is the Purple Gemstone. This is Black Pearl. And then I'm using the Hippy Daze glaze in Unten I See You Again and Blackwater. Now let me show you those. This is the Unten I See You Again, which is a beautiful turquoise. And then this one is Unten I See You Again, which is another black. Now the reason that I painted this black, put my decoupage on first, then put a clear coat on, then I'm going to be layering these four glazes sporadically I want to make this black kind of look like an oil slick. So I did it on our project board, and now I can't find the project board. It's been that kind of a week. And so, but it looked amazing. And I have got inexpensive foam brushes in different sizes. I've got different regular brushes. I've got some stencil brushes, and I've also got different sponges. And so I'm not really sure exactly where everything's going. This is one of those things that I'm going to play with and see where it goes. And so that's what I am doing. I am going to be not doing all over the decoupage paper because I do want it to show through. And some of these metallics, it's beautiful. I just don't want it over this. But if I hit the edges, I want to be able to wipe it back and not have it soak into the paper. So I'm going to start off first with the purple gemstone, and I'm going to be working in small areas because I do want it to kind of go in together and muddle and mix. And that is it's what I did on my project board, and it looked phenomenal. So I showed it to my husband. He's like, that looks like an oil slick. I said, that's going on your piece of furniture. And he's like, really? He was so excited when I showed him. So don't let anybody tell you, well, that's just for girls. No, it's not. No, it's not. No. Um, Decoupage is for men and your man cave. And so I'm just kind of dipping it on. And then I'm going to go back with a rag and just kind of tap it in and muddle it in and mix it in. The different colors. And as we keep going, it's going to build this. Let's do some of the black pearl. And then we're going to just hit it again. I am liking it. So let me see if I can get you guys around so y'all can see a little bit better. I want to get some more of that green in here, but I'm going to do it with a brush this time. Oops. And that's why I usually have my hair up in the studio, because I had a hair in there. But at least I can admit it. I made a mistake. And so we're going to go over this again, and we're going to put some more green down there, and we're going to have it muddled up. And so what I'm doing is I'm putting my brushes back on top. If I use a brush, I'm putting it right on top of the one that I just used. And that way I'm not going to be mixing my paints in my bowls that I'm using. And so I'm just layering it again. And then I'm going to go again with my rag and just kind of get it a little bit more muted and blend them in just a little bit more. And then I can go back and I can look to see where I want more of one color or another color. And so, yeah, baby. Yeah, we're going to make this look like an oil slick. And I can even add more of the purple gemstone in. And the purple gemstone, it does have this bluish or this purplish gold tone to it. And so you just keep layering until you get the desired effect that you're looking for. And that's what we're doing. We're just taking these and we're layering them in until we get exactly what we want. And some people would tell you to do them dried, do one and then let it dry and then do another one and let it dry. I kind of like when the colors flow and blend together. And so that's why I am doing it this way. There are some effects that I will let them dry in between. With this one, I think it's just best that I let it go the way it is. So, and again, I want some more of that green. Have you ever seen an oil slick? You know, you're walking in the parking lot and you see that oil on the ground, how it's almost got this black raven wing effect to it. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's multicolored, it's black, but it's also got that amazing display of colors in it with the turquoise and the blacks and the purples. And so that's what we're doing. We're giving it that effect. There we are. And then sorry guys. For some reason, like I said, I don't know if you guys are up or not, but I cannot see comments for some reason. Comments are not coming up. I see that there's people on the feed. So if you can, give me some hearts or something. Let me know you guys are here. I see that there's people on. I just can't see, for some reason, the comments aren't coming up. Oh, the joys of social media, right? But I will go back and check comments and answer any questions. I will come back to it. I promise you that I will. So, and I kind of want to do just a little bit of this so y'all can see the difference. Oh, you can see it on the camera really, really well. The colors are actually more muted in real life than the camera is showing, because on the camera, I can see exactly where I put the turquoise. I can see exactly, where I put the black pearl. I can see exactly where the Purple Gemstone is. The Until I See You Again, I can see all of that. But in person, it's much, much more muted. So let's see here. Let's put some more. And what I may do when I'm done is go over the whole thing with the purple gemstone like I'm doing now, which would give it a more focused and cohesive look, because you'll still see those colors as it's a glaze, but it'll be more focused. And so that's what I am looking at right now. And see, since I glazed or top coated before I'm applying my glaze, I have a little bit more time to work with it before it sets and dries. If I didn't, the chalk paint would pretty much absorb it in, and you don't have that much of you have a much longer work time if you top coat first. And so that's what I'm just doing, is giving it a little bit of texture. Oh yeah, much better. Once I put that second coat of the metallic in the purple gemstone over it, it really started to come together, and you can really see now that it's starting to look like an oil slick over top of the whole thing. So this whole piece is going to be done like this. Hey, Wanda and Tammy. Hey, comments just popped up and boom, hello. Social media, guys, social media. Got to roll with it. So, and Tammy girl's on and Wanda's on. Yes, you caught my live. So I have moved now to 2 o'clock Central, 3 Eastern on Mondays. And it's just a better time with everything that we've got going on here. So again, I'm using the Grace on Design Grandpa's truck, and these are the little signs. If you caught my Whiskey and Women Tuesday night, I did the decoupage on it. I've clear coated it. Now we're making it look like an oil slick on the side. And Shorty, my husband, has decided that this piece is going in his office at work. And so, you know, I got to do him up right, because the big bosses are going to be looking at this piece. And we've already sent them pictures of just the decoupage on it, and a couple of them have already asked, can your wife do something for my office? So I want to make my husband proud. And so I'm just, like I said, since it's still wet and malleable and I can manipulate it and move it around while it's still wet, I'm just kind of dabbing it in so you can see how the different colors are rolling. And then I do want a little bit more Until I See You Again. That's what it is. It's an odd name because it's Until I See You Again, not until. It's Until, and there's a hyphen in it. So every time I want to say the name, I want to go Until I See You Again. No, it's Until I See You Again. It's a pun. I've noticed Miss Lillian's is a punny group. There's a lot of puns in the names of their paints and their decoupage. Well, not decoupage, but the glazes and metallics. There is a lot of puns in there. So there we go. Yeah, now she's working. Oh, yeah. Like I said, on screen, because I can see the screen down here, it's a definite, like you can see the colors. In person, it is definitely blending beautifully, and it looks like an oil slick. I'm liking it. I am liking it. And so I'm just going to keep moving around the piece so my area that I'm working on will blend in. And what I mean by that is that working in small areas, I wouldn't want to do a large area because I'm adding so many colors in, and I want them to kind of mute and mix in together. If I allowed it and I did the whole piece in one big area, then what would happen is that it may dry on me and not be cohesive. The way I'm doing it now in small areas will allow me to move around the piece. So that is my intent. I see you again. This is my black. Which one is it? It's black water. Black water is the other. And so I'm just moving those in, kind of making just little areas, little dots. And then when I use my rag to wipe everything off, it'll kind of blend them in and make them go from one color to another. And I see I didn't go down that far with this. Okay. And then I'm going to hit my black pearl, which is the metallic. And you can see it's running on as I put it down, which is fine because I'm going to be putting them in. And so, like I said, decoupage and glaze is not just for girls. It's not just girls. And so, again, I'm going to pat it in, make sure that I get my new edge, because remember we did here and we're working our way around, and I want that area to blend in. I don't want a straight line. And so that is what we're doing. I want to make sure that it blends in. I'm moving around the piece. I need to get that lip. There we go. Get into that side of that right there. And since I have some more colors, I can always pounce over there and get it off of the rag that I was using. There we go. So what do you guys think of it? You love this look? I am loving it as well. Like I said, the way the light is shining, it looks a little bit more gold than it does in person. To me, it's definitely got that purple sheen, but I'm using Purple Goldstone is the base for it. And so I knew that it was going to have some gold in it because, like I said, when you look at an oil slick, that's what I'm trying to recreate here is the oil slick. So that's what we're doing. Hey, Heather. Well, hey, Heather, since you're here, what we're doing is this is the grandpa's truck, as you know, because it's yours. And we took the signs. I burnt the edges, decoupaged them on. This is one side. This is the fronts. On the top, we are actually going to be adding gears. We're going to put the grill on the top of this. We are going to be doing an acrylic pour because we're adding gears and everything else. And since you're everybody who's just joining, at the beginning of the video, I showed that these monkey wrenches are actually going to be our poles. And what we're doing is we're going to be drilling holes into the monkey wrench, through the monkey wrench. We're going to take small sockets, put it behind it as our spacers, and then put the screws in. And so we've got 2 monkey wrenches that will go on the front of this piece. And then regular like open end sockets will be the handle here and here. The original black hand hammered lock is going to go back over there because my husband really loves that lock. And so I was just explaining that decoupage is not just for girls. This is, my husband has requested that this go into his office at the trucking company that he works with. And so that, his wish, my command. Not really. Don't tell him I said that. He'll never let me live that down. Yeah. Don't tell him I said that, guys. He'll never let me live it down. So what I'm doing is, like I said, I'm using the Purple Goldstone. I'm using black pearl. I'm using black water, and Unten I See You Again glazes. 2 of them are metallic glazes. 2 are the Hippy Daze glaze, and I'm layering those in and then kind of just pouncing them off to make this look like an oil slick. And it's working. In my head, when I first thought of it, I thought in my head this is going to work. And then I did a very, very small project board, and it came out beautifully. And so this is working out very well until I put down, there it is, I put down the rag that I was using and forgot where I put it. Put it in a safe place and then forgot where the safe place was. No one else does that, right? It's just me. So, oh, come on, move. And I've got it on my big furniture dolly, so I can move it around so you guys can see. Now, one of the things that I was explaining earlier is that you want to make sure that you seal your decoupage before you do something like this. And the reason for that is earlier I put some of the purple gemstone on this piece of paper that I had left over from, and you can see how much it's soaked into the paper. Now, real quick, before I let you guys go for the day, or I go for the day, what I'll do is I'm going to hit it here because it's sealed, and watch. You can see how dark it is. So if I use that glaze, and then I go to wipe it off around the corners, because I do want to kind of blend it in. That's just some of the glaze sitting on top of, can y'all see the difference? That is just some of the glaze sitting on top of the top coat. It did not soak into the paper. So it's going to be more subtle, and I can work with it. It's malleable. You can move it around because of the top coat that's on top of it. And so I also, like I said, we've got a lot to do on the top still. We've still got pieces coming in. I've got some stuff coming in from Tennessee that is actually going to be in the acrylic pour on the top. So there you go. And so tell me what you guys think. Let me know. And I am always here for your questions and comments. And if you've got questions about Miss Lillian's products, how to become a retailer, how to become a home partner, anything like that, can also get you hooked up with Grace on Design. They're the ones that made these amazing decoupage papers. And so I can get you hooked up with them as well. And we're just, like I said, we're going to keep on moving around this piece because I don't want to stop until I'm done with this side, at least the outside. And so I'm just going to be hitting down in with different colors. And see that? One of my brushes just wants to roll off my palette, and it's not playing well with others. And so it just doesn't want to play. It's not being nice. And you can see how just adding in the different colors and then just taking your rag and dabbing it, which is taking all of those colors and mixing them in. Then you're going to get this oil slick if you do it over top of black. And I use the Onyx is the chalk mineral paint, is the chalk paint that is the base is Onyx, is the chalk paint. So the base is in Onyx. And so there we go. It's actually a fun technique. I like using my glazes to make different Yeah, because I can see where it's drying up here. Let me see if I turn off my ring light, because that's such a bright light. Let me see. There you go. Let me see. Where's my actual camera? There it is. So now you can kind of see it in more of a natural light instead of the "hi, I'm here" blind you light. You can see where, and if you look at it from the side, you can see kind of an iridescent. You can see certain colors from different areas. So, all right. Well, I am going to turn my ring light back on, and I am going to leave you guys for today. I'm going to continue with this. I am going to continue with this, and I will get. I was wondering. I was like, what was that? It was my watches talking to me, and my watch shouldn't be talking to me. I will see you guys back here next Monday. I'm not sure when I'm going to be doing the resin pour or the decoupage and everything up there. Please follow me on my Litter to Glitter page and keep following the progress of this, and you'll definitely see it on the miscellaneous page when it's done. So I want to thank you guys for joining me. And Wanda, I'm so glad that you caught me live too. I'll see you tomorrow night on Whiskey and Women. So much love, guys. We'll see you soon. Bye.